Hello, my name is Geraldo, and tonight I'm going to be speaking about how to properly measure your blood pressure, and also how to inject yourself with insulin. I myself have been a diabetic for some years now, and I've also had hypertension for some years now. I'm required to do this sometimes more than once on a daily basis. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about how to, some of the techniques and how to properly administer these two, measuring your blood pressure and injecting yourself with insulin. First, I'm going to start with the blood pressure monitor. Basically, you got your monitor itself, which is connected to the cuff, and really, I think I've heard in the past that sometimes you might get a more accurate reading by using your left arm versus the right. I've been doing this for some time now, and from time to time there really is no major significance. So some of the things that you want to think about prior to checking your blood pressure is that if you are a smoker, you probably want to wait about 30 or 45 minutes after you have smoked your last cigarette before you check your blood pressure. Also, you want to maintain a good posture, making sure that your back is leaning up against something. It is suggested that you keep your feet flat on the floor, and you probably want to just try to calm down a little bit before you check your blood pressure, and take a couple deep breaths. So at this time, of course, I've already got my cuff set to my arm, since I'm the only one that uses the monitor, and so from time to time I may have to make an adjustment. So basically, what I do is I'm going to go ahead and move back here to the couch just to show you here. And what I like to do is kind of just relax, like I said. Take a couple deep breaths. Go ahead and slip the cuff on. Make sure that it's snug on there. You want the bottom of the cuff right at about where the elbow's at. So just kind of a nice posture. I like this couch. Kind of lean back a little bit, help me relax. And then I like to go ahead and just put my arm up a little here on the rest here. And then of course I press the start button. I'm not going to do that at this time because it takes a while, but once I hit the start button on the monitor, then what happens is the cuff begins to inflate, and it constricts around your arm, and it sits there for a while, and it's monitoring your pulse and your pressure. And once it's done doing what the monitor does, then the cuff will automatically deflate itself, and at that time, that's the signal to that pretty much the procedure is done. And you merely look over at the screen, and you'll be able to tell your blood pressure readings, and as well as your pulse. Okay, so that is the first part of my demonstration, taking blood pressure. The other thing that I have to do on a daily basis, and I do this every night before I go to bed, is once you have opened up a vial or a bottle of insulin, after you've used it for the first time, then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and store it in your refrigerator, and just keep it there at the main thing is just that it doesn't freeze, but you want to keep it cool. This is a syringe, simple syringe. And of course I have my alcohol pads. Okay, these are also very important. so that you can make sure that everything is clean prior to using it. So I'm not going to go ahead and lift my shirt, but pretty much the way I was taught by my doctor when I first started taking insulin here about a year ago or so is right around the belly button, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches away from the belly button, around the belly button. Anywhere in that area is a good area. You want to switch sides from every night. You want to make sure that you're not injecting yourself in the same location every time, as this could produce or cause scarring and so forth. And from time to time, personally, I find that my left side is a little better, so I kind of tend to go with the left side, but not all the time. I do switch over to the right. It took some time for me to get adjusted and start doing this to myself. So basically what you want to do is you're going to take your alcohol pad, and of course you're going to go ahead and open it. And what you want to do is you want to take the insulin, the bottle of insulin, and you want to clean off the top. Just give it a good cleaning. And then at that time, also you want to go ahead and clean yourself off in the area that you're going to inject yourself. I then take the syringe. Of course, I'm not going to inject myself, but basically you remove the cap, you adjust to however many units you're taking, and you insert the needle inside the bottle, and you push up, and then you pull back and extract the number of units that you're taking. Okay, and at that time, of course, like I said, you just kind of aim at the spot that you're going for. You insert the needle. You don't want to jam it in there. It's just very delicately insert the needle. Go ahead and bring this forward, allowing the insulin to go into your stomach. I'm going to go ahead and cover this back up at this time. And then you want to massage the area that you had just injected. So, of course, like I said, very important to be clean. Make sure that you're doing this correctly. Make sure you store your insulin, and you want to dispose of your syringes and your alcohol pads properly. So this is basically what I have to do on a daily basis. Unfortunately, I don't have time to show you, but I also check my sugar on a daily basis. I keep my monitor and my glucose monitor and my Lancet device at work. That's where I check myself, in the morning after I have breakfast. So I didn't bring those with me, but it's a fairly simple process. But I thought these were two important parts, and so basically that's a demonstration. In conclusion, like I said, very important. Monitor operates off a battery, so you got to make sure you always have batteries on hand. So in case you ever need them, make sure to store the insulin properly and dispose of everything that you're supposed to dispose of properly as well. Okay. So again, I hope that you got something out of this demonstration. Actually, I hope that none of you are in my situation, and hopefully you'll never have to be in this situation. So, but in the event that it does happen, well, you got a little bit of information on it. So thank you so much for your time. You have a good evening.